Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
Good evening and welcome inside Bismarck Legacy High School. I'm Josh Boyka with you here on YourLiveEvent.com for the 49th Annual Lions All-Star Basketball Tournament, and we've got two games on tap for you here tonight, kicking off around 6 o'clock tonight, ready for the first of two games. The girls coming up first, and then we'll have the guys coming up just shortly after. Josh Boyk alongside Chase Miller here inside Bismarck Legacy High School Gymnasium, and we have got some good basketball coming up. What are you excited looking forward to here?
Yeah, just looking forward to what this particular matchup will provide here, Josh. Just taking a look at some of the players. Second year that we've had the 3 divisions in North Dakota. I think for most people, you're still going to be used to calling them classes. It's going to be something that's going to be a hard thing to overcome. But at the end of the day here on it, I think at what we're going to be looking forward to is seeing some players that are moving on collegiately, whether it be for volleyball, track and field, basketball, something in between, or at the end of the day, some others that are playing their final time and representing their local town and their local community. We won't see Miss Basketball Jaden Hale from West Fargo Horse, who's now at Gonzaga or Gonzaga, however you'd like to say it. And then same thing for Mr. Basketball tonight. We will not see Mason Clabo, who's down at Illinois State, but there's still a lot of really good talent. We're going to see some senior athletes of the year in their respective divisions, and we're going to see some Division I, Division II, JUCO to everything in between here, Josh, and I'm really getting forward to kind of telling some of these players' stories throughout the evening.
Yeah, a variety of talent to keep an eye on here tonight, so we'll keep track of that as we move forward. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do. Red River Valley Speedway. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
We're back this weekend with 2 action-packed nights of racing at the Red River Valley Speedway. Friday night, it's NLRA late models and IMCA stock car meet and greet. Sponsored by Miller Lite, Corwin, OK Tire, and JDP Electric. Saturday, it's King of the Wings and Hall of Fame night. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, Superior Customs, Magnum Custom Homes, and Brenco. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
Welcome back to the Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote today. And we'll just take a look back at the 2024 Lions All-Star Basketball Series, and looking back at the girls that we are about to see here tonight. Class AA, winning both of the contests last year, 148 points over those 2 games, and Class AB with 115. Then on the other side for the guys, Class AB takes both of the games with 216 points to the 180 from Class AA. And Chase Miller, maybe just some highlights or moments or players that stood out to you from last year?
Yeah, you take a look back, and there were some really good players from both sides of the basketball that you kind of went over a little bit. Back in 2024 was the first year that there was actually, again, the 3 divisions in basketball here in North Dakota. And the reason why they kept it AA versus A versus B, they were trying to keep it as close to the original of A versus B for about the first 47 seasons. Ray Brown from Fargo Davies, he was awfully good in the regular season, also just from what he was able to do. You look at a guy like a Zach Kraft, he was a sharpshooter. Connor Kraft as well from Fargo Shanley. William Ware from Bismarck Century, he could throw it down with the best of them. That's just a little bit on the AA boys. On the AB boys, able to see Landon Koenig from Mayport CG. He had a really nice performance from there. Carson Yell from Des Lacs Burlington. Lewis and Clark, also someone who had a lot of speed from the Hazen Bison, and Talon Backey as well. He was a really good standout. From the girls' side last year, Alyssa Eckroth from Bismarck Legacy. We're going to see one of her fellow teammates, Abina Saber, here later tonight. I think from there as well, Bergen Kennerbrew from Bismarck Century. She had such a really good senior season for the Patriots, and going to the University of Mary to play for the Marauders. Mariley Simon from West Fargo, also now at North Dakota State. Chloe Fowle, a teammate over at University of Mary. Then for the AB girls, Ellie Broughton, she just did a little bit of everything. Her older brother, Walker Broughton, was scheduled to be in here, but just because of college or some of the other things that have you, he's not going to be in attendance, but he was nominated to this particular series early on. Hallie Crockett, we're going to see her younger sister Hayden coming up here later tonight from Northern Cass. DeConte Smith. Those were just some of the players over the last couple of years that I think that have really stood out in some capacities, Josh. And we've seen some of them like DeConte Smith make her way down to Northern State and play and run collegiately down there, as well as we take a little look at our fan cam from Jacob Anderson. Already Johnny on the spot here, Puppet Master behind the scenes.
Yeah, we got a good one on camera here tonight, so we'll have the fan cam working all night long. And you had mentioned a little bit, just kind of hinting at the Bismarck Legacy standout of Brooklyn Felkley, who we're talking with Matt Veit a little bit earlier today, and he's just saying this is going to be a physical series, and she's going to really like that play style.
The word that you used is physical, and the one thing talking with players and coaches when they separated to 3 divisions, particularly those who were maybe A that stayed A or B that moved up to A. They talked about the physicality because the Valley Cities, the Devil's Lakes of the world, were used to playing the Fargo Davies, the Bismarck Centuries, and now all of a sudden they're playing in A. And maybe you're going up against a team like a Kindred or a Central Cass that might not have been used to what that would, or Watford City kind of moving up a little bit from B into A, now playing some of the Western schools that were in the A side. So I think the physicality for these girls, obviously getting in shape. For some of these athletes, it's probably the first time they've really gotten in a gym and worked out again since maybe graduating or being in track and field. For others, they're moving on collegiately, so they have gotten workouts in. They maybe been to college campuses, done certain things, certain workouts at their respective spots. But a name that we're going to mention, I think, a good chunk of throughout these next 48 hours, Josh, is going to be Felkley from Bismarck Legacy, not because she's playing on her home court one more time. She's heading down to South Dakota State, a first-team All-State selection. She arguably could have maybe been someone that was on a Miss Basketball list, but there was just 2 of them. We're going to see one of them a little bit later on with Hayden Crockett from Northern Cass, and we mentioned earlier Jaden Hale from Horace playing at Gonzaga. But I think it's going to be a treat for Felkley. The question is now, if you're Jimmy Howard from Valley City and Mike Zimmer from Kenmare Bowbells, who are you going to put on Felkley as this game goes? And those will be some of the matchups that we'll have to talk about as this one continues here, Josh.
Yeah, much to look forward to as we move along here in our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll take a quick break and come back with more on yourliveevent.com around the break.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Welcome back to the Irie Insurance pregame show as we are nearing National Anthem starting lineup tip-off for the girls game here at Bismarck Legacy for Lions All-Star Basketball, the 49th annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series. And Chase Miller, let's talk about just some of the stats, some of the standout teams maybe from earlier this year.
Yeah, congratulations goes to a couple on the girls' team side in Benson County. Their first as a co-op with Benson County in Division B, going through a state qualifier, beating Maple River at Mayville State, then going to Jamestown and winning 3 games, defeating Kenmare Bullbells by a final of 69-56. They're bringing pretty much back their entire core of players from a season ago, so that's going to be a team that you can probably pencil in as the number 1 team in your preseason poll coming up here later on in the winter on the girls' side. Jimmy Howard's Valley City Highlanders won their first state title ever in program history, defeating Thompson 67-44. They really had a nice 1-2 interior presence combination of Katie Burchell and Sky Nielsen, but Greta Govan I don't think got enough credit defensively. She was guarding the Hayden Crockett's who we're going to see here, the Hearsts of the world and the Sages from the Thompson Tommies. A lengthy, really good player for Greta Govan there for the Valley City Highlanders. They still got others that we can talk about, later on coming up here this winter. And then West Fargo Horace, congratulations goes to Brent Hintz. That co-op from West Fargo Horace, not co-op, that program is really in its infancy stage, making its way through to varsity. The Hawks defeated Bismarck Century 68-53. Lincoln Donnelly is going to be coming back. We talked about the Jordan Christoffersons. The Sundays obviously missed basketball with Jaden Hale for the West Fargo Horace Sox, but those were the 3 champions on the girls' side here, Josh, and give them a lot of respect. Horace doing it at the Fargo Dome, Valley City able to do it at the Monet State Dome, and then Benson County up at the Jamestown Civic Center as well. So if you're a basketball fan, you got to enjoy it and enjoy what 3 classes or 3 divisions have had to offer so far for 2 years, and we'll see what happens for volleyball coming up for their first round of 3 divisions here in the fall.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see how these teams mesh, especially with AB getting to mix those 2 divisions together. But I mean, you mentioned that West Fargo Horace team, just a completely stacked roster right there. We'll get to see Keely Sunday here for these couple days. So what are you looking forward to about seeing her out on the floor tonight?
Yeah, I think Sunday is always kind of one of those role players that you really like if you're a Brent Hintz, for example, from West Fargo Horace, or just a coach in general. She doesn't need to be the ball scorer. She doesn't need to score 20 points a game to make an impact. She can play defense. She can assist. But there's been times where we've seen coaches say, we're going to take the ball out of Donnelly and Hale, so who else is going to score? Is it a Christofferson? Is it a Sunday? And we've seen Sunday at times really make big strides to score 12 points, 15 points, get close to a double-double, and just do the little things. So it's going to be fun to see her perform today. Also, I think from the west side, we already talked a little bit about Bismarck Legacy's Felkley, but Zoe Austin's going to be fun heading to Lake Region State for basketball upcoming here. She's going to be fun to see. And then Lauren Reardon staying home collegiately, a Grand Forks Central Knight playing at the University of North Dakota, first team All-Stater, someone also some coaches throughout the year maybe had contentions with, I think, for Miss Basketball. Then the AB girls side, Josh, when it comes with the B Senior Athlete of the Year heading to University of Mary for Health Sciences and Biomechanics, and Michelle Miller from Kenmare Bullbells. Good to see her out here. The Division A Senior Athlete of the Year Miss Basketball finalist Hayden Crockett going to go to Division II University of Jamestown coming up collegiately in the fall. And then just able to see someone like a Betsy Hattlestead playing in her hometown one more time from Shiloh Christian, heading to Gustavus for biology and a minor in Spanish. And then also from there, Eden Hornet, who is a really just good athlete for the Carrington Cardinals. She's coming here collegiately at the University of Mary for radiologic technology coming up here in the fall, Josh. So just a couple of the players that I think are going to be standouts here just to make a note of here in our pregame show.
Yeah, it sounds like we got some smart players as well as talented basketball players. And, I mean, a couple of people on this AA roster that might not be the lead scorers necessarily, but the teammates from Fargo North with Grace Thiel and Olivia Hammes, they both can pose problems defensively for opposing rosters. Thiel is one of those scrappy guards that gets in, gets steals. Hammes, probably the best defensive rebounding guard in AA, perhaps. So what do you think these role players, maybe not role players, but just the non-lead scorers can do to affect an all-star series?
The question becomes, what does practice look like for these girls the last couple of days? Kind of how are you going to match up your rotations? Who are the 5 players? Is it everybody from the West, and that's how it's going to be throughout the course of the game, and then everybody from the East, for example, then you put them in. And then from there, who's going to be that playmaker? Who's that scorer? Some of these girls have played travel basketball on the same team, so you kind of know what each other's tendencies are, where you need to have the bounce pass in someone's hand on a baseline 3. So early on, Josh, you might see someone who's really feeling it early, and you'll probably get the ball a little bit more. If Thiel can be a playmaker that gets to the rim, maybe she can create for others. Also, they're going to large institutions coming up in the fall. Grace Thiel going to Grand Canyon University because it's warm. I love the player profile interview. She says it's just warm. That's pretty simple. And then from there, her teammate in Olivia Hammes, University of Minnesota, go Gophers for nursing. So they're going to see a little bit different part of the country coming up in the fall as well.
For sure. Some really cool stories. We'll keep previewing those throughout our contest here tonight. For now, we'll step aside. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. More coming up around the break.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading core tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading core tutor.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance in the glove box has changed to a quick tap to our online app. And as new technologies make farming more efficient, our coverage ensures you're always protected. The way we live and work has changed, but our values, service, and commitment have remained the same. Nodak is constantly evolving to meet your insurance needs and deliver answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Agents with answers.
We're back to racing this week at the Norman County Raceway in Ada. The King of the Wings, the MSTS Sprint Cars, the IMCA Sprint Cars, and the NLSA Lightning Sprints all on the track. Thursday night racing, green flag waves at 7 at the Norman County Raceway. Thursday night racing returns with the King of the Wings and the Sprint Cars to the Norman County Raceway in Ada. Thursday night racing. Get tickets and information. ncraceway.com. Back to racing this Thursday night.
Welcome back to your Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They're covering it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. 49th annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series coming up here tonight. We've got 2 games on tap for you. We've got the girls coming up, set to tip off just around 6 o'clock. So teams just emerging back from the locker rooms after doing their warm-ups. We'll get starting lineups in not too long from now. Chase Miller will find our public address announcer eventually for that. But for now, Chase, let's talk about the format of this, as volleyball also is expanding in the class and system here. So just talk us through. We got their second year of this format here for Lions All-Star Basketball.
Yeah, so all 12 players in each division get nominated from the coaches. So Michael Sorley from the Sargent County Co-op, also from Mike Hendrickson from Fargo South. They are with the North Dakota Coaches Association, and they work with the fellow Lions clubs across the state of North Dakota. Essentially, they will talk with each school and say, do you think you have someone who represents the characters of being in the Lions Club if they were to be a member down the line, which is being a good student, make sure you're in the community doing some stuff maybe behind the scene. Obviously, you need to be a good basketball player, but being a good student is equally just as important. Then they have to make the difficult decisions, Josh. You might have 30 players that are listed from the coaches, and then from there they cut it down to 12, and then from those 12 they will also have some alternates. So you'll get 12 players for AA, you get 6 players for A, and you get 6 players for B. That makes up the 12 versus for AA versus the 12 versus A and B. And the biggest thing that they said even last year when it was the first year, they're going to give it a year or two, see if they need to make any tweaks. Will they ever go east-west or maybe like a draft? We'll see, but as long as the competition is good, folks, make sure you get out here to Bismarck Legacy tonight or get to Fargo South tomorrow to watch these games. The proceeds go directly back to the local Lions clubs in the communities in North Dakota. They're staying home, they're staying in the state, but that's how you get nominated, Josh. So necessarily you don't have to be an all-region kid, you don't have to be all-state to be a part of this series, and as well as some players might choose to do the Optimist Volleyball Series or might choose to do the Shrine Bowl, so you can only pick one at the end of the day too. So there's a couple of things that go into the reasoning of why these players are here, Josh, but that's kind of the format. And then from the basketball format, 20-minute halves, a 30-second shot clock. You're going to see a fluid of substitutions, pretty much like a wholesale line change in hockey every 3 to 5 minutes, and you're just going to keep running and going from there.
Yeah, trying to keep these players fresh, as some of them are just starting to practice and pick basketball back up after maybe the track season or just some time off from spring sports in general. But we're looking forward to seeing the competition and how close it's really going to be here at Bismarck Legacy. Again, night 1, Fargo South for night number 2. Also on your live event still to come this summer, State Babe Ruth at the end of the month coming up in Lemoore, and then State A Legion in Castleton. You can go to yourliveevent.com for all the scheduling and dates for those games. And this All-Star Series coming up after we've already had Optimist Volleyball earlier at Mandan and then Fargo South, and then over in Minot for Shield Softball. So we roll along midsummer as it flies by here on yourliveevent.com. Lions All-Star Basketball coming up on Your Live Event.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag and Planting Dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Welcome back. This has been your Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. And now we're getting ready to introduce our teams here with our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower owned. CrystalSugar.com as we get ready to meet all of these players here. That have some wonderful stories and great basketball talent. So we'll send it down to our public address announcer, Scott Ritter, for our starting lineups.
Uniforms without charge for athletes. The players will keep the uniforms after tonight's game. We recognize BSN sales personnel, the sales manager from BSN, Scott Schroeder. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nodak Insurance Company's alternates and non-starters team members for the Class AB All-Stars who are wearing the gold uniforms tonight are number 2, Hayden Crockett from Northern Cass. Number 4, Ashley Martyrdom from TGU. Number 21, Eden Hornet from Carrington. Number 22, from Dickinson Trinity, Nevaeh Tormashi. Number 23, Adeline Ng from Central McLean. Number 24, Kennison Asher from Hatton Northwood. Number 32, Tori Fee from Devil's Lake. The alternates for the A and B All-Stars are Addison Hanning from Maple River, Clinton HMB Jersey Vogel, Central Cass Avea Cotton, Wahpeton Scout Woods, Elise Franchuk from Rugby, and Lily Nelson from Ned Rose. The coaches for the Class A and B All-Stars tonight are Jimmy Howard from Valley City and Mike Zimmer from Kenmare. The Class AA All-Star roster, the non-starters, number 0, Keely Sunday from West Fargo, Horace. Number 3, from Fargo North, Grace Thiel. Number 4, Nora Ronnie from Shanley. Number 10, Peyton Bergeron from Grand Forks, Red River. Number 13, Lauren Reardon from Grand Forks Central. Number 22, Olivia Hamas from Fargo North. Number 23, Caitlin Kackman from West Fargo. Head coaches for the AA All-Stars is Shannon Kopis from Mandan and the assisted by Matt Veet from Fargo Davies.
Those are your American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life. Quality products, grower owned, CrystalSugar.com. We'll pitch it to break here for the national anthem, and we'll come back with tip-off after this.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Let's face it, moving is a pain. And if you decide to do it yourself, take the hassle out with All About Moving in Grand Forks. While national conglomerates tend to overcharge and take longer, All About Moving is locally owned and wants to make your next move an efficient and stress-free experience. Take the stress out of moving with All About Moving in Grand Forks, so you can focus on the things that really matter.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
And now for our Nodak Insurance Company's starting lineup for your...
It is now time for our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower owned. Visit crystalsugar.com as we see our our A and B team getting introduced on the right side right now. Layla Jensen and Machae Miller coming out first. Jensen from Hettinger Scranton, and then Miller from Kenmare. And then Sophia Headley from Bowman County coming out. And then Kira Beckman from Bottineau. And Betsy Hadelstead from Shiloh Christian rounds out your Class A-B All-Star roster. Head coached by Jimmy Howard and Mike Zimmer. Then over to the other side here, you can see our Double-A team getting introduced now. Head coach will be Shannon Kopis from Mandan, assistant coach Matt Veit. And they will send out this starting lineup. The 5'8" guard from Bismarck Century, Zoe Austin. Then the forward, 5'10", number 11, Sydney Aberly. Then out next from Bismarck St. Mary's, the 5'9" guard wearing 15, Natalie Benning. And from Dickinson, the 6-foot forward, number 21, Lauren Selly. And rounding out the lineup, the hometown girl playing on her home floor here tonight, the 6'3" center heading to South Dakota State University from Bismarck Legacy, number 34, Brooklyn Felkley. Those are your American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower owned. Visit crystalsugar.com. And it's time to meet our officials, our refs for tonight. For the girls' game will be Mike Mees, John Meyer, and Brian Bohr. It'll be in the gold tonight, the A and B team, and then wearing the purple, Lions Royal Purple, will be your Double-A All-Stars. Josh Boyko alongside Chase Miller, as we are off and away on yourliveevent.com. The 49th Annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series is underway. Three-point shot up and good right off the bat as Natalie Benning gets us started with a bang.
Yeah, the Bismarck St. Mary's product going, the Saints do come marching in here in 2025.
Skip pass to the corner, nice high-low entry pass, but a tie-up nicely done there by Zoe Austin, getting in to defend on Betsy Hadelstead from Shiloh Christian, who was posting up, had the position on the block, got the seal, but then the help defense was right there, Chase.
Yeah, and that's the question again. Early on, how did teams match up against a post player? Will you front? Will you help here, Josh? So we're going to see what the coaches, in terms of some of their wrinkles, will be throughout today and tomorrow at South.
Good pass out back to the outside for Kira Beckman from Bottineau, but it goes off the heel. It was Selly bringing it up. This is Zoe Austin reversing course. Gives to Felkley, steps inside, some contact, it's knocked away. Nicely done by Kira Beckman. Here's Jensen into the post, sees a swarm of defenders, a quick ball rotation. Kick to the corner. Sophia Headley thought about the three, then the entry pass, tipped back to Headley in the corner. 3-point shot up and too strong from Layla Jensen of Heddinger Scranton. And a foul. It'll be going Purple way. Foul is on Beckman, number 14 there from Bottineau. As we see an all-Western side starting five from both of these coaches so far.
Which is what we're going to see, and then tomorrow we'll see the Eastern flavor a little bit to get things going.
Entry pass looking for Felkley was at her feet. That was Benning trying to enter it in. Felkley able to play that physical style of game that Matt Veit was mentioning earlier and what he expects to see, as these girls are all just trying to get back in basketball shape. Some of them have been in that shape with their college basketball aspirations awaiting this fall. Felkley retrieves a loose ball, and it will be out of bounds. It'll be AA basketball.
Yeah, good job by Zoe Austin right there, having a chance on the interior. Obviously, Betsy Hattlestead will love another crack at that one here, Josh. But both teams early on, a little full court pressure defense, a little diamond in one here for the AB girls.
Yeah, here comes Austin. Bounce pass to the corner. The three-point shot is up and a little bit left there from Benning, but a foul underneath.
Yeah, Miller's going to pick up the foul. She was draped right on top of there. Selly here from Dickinson. Selly at 6 foot. Well, you saw the other player there with Miller at 5'6". Just had a little bit of advantage on the backside in the first free throws here of the Lions All-Star Series.
It's Selly from Dickinson as she is off the heel on attempt number 1. Splits the pair 1-4-2 at the charity stripe. Still looking for the first points on the Dakota Heritage scoreboard for the AB roster. Sidestep, 3-point shot, a little bit strong off the heel from Headley. It was rebounded by Felkley. Going inside, layup, no good. Felkley and a swarm of defenders out-rebounded 4 AB opponents, but could not get that one to go. Loose ball on the ground, recovered by the Class AB All-Stars. Here's Mache Miller trying to go through the seal to Layla Jensen, but it's taken away. Austin ahead and knocked out of bounds. Nice defensive play there from Mache Miller, and here's our first line change of the game. It'll be headlined by Hayden Crockett coming in with a lot more for the AB All-Star team.
Yeah, and so far here, Brooklyn Felkley with 3 rebounds, Josh, in the opening 2.5 minutes. She has made a difference in this game, even though she has yet to score.
Yeah, it helps to be at least 3 inches taller than your opponent when you're down there, but she went through 4 defenders that last time. This layup off from Aberlee from Minot. Pass ahead, corralled, but not quite, as that one's tracked down eventually by Nevaeh Tormashi, but she stepped out of bounds. It'll be AA basketball.
Yeah, and Martyrdam was doing the right thing from TGU there, trying to get the ball up quickly, trying to break that press. The biggest thing right now for the AB girls, they've had a couple of decent looks. It's just getting something a little bit more in rhythm offensively, and that was the first possession that we've seen from the new 5, as you mentioned, Josh.
A little bit of a zone defense. It's good to have Felkley in that middle of the zone, but she is unable to make the catch. It trickles out of bounds, but that's the strategy right there. You get the post in the middle of the floor near that free throw line extended area, and that's how you break that down, Chase.
Yeah, it's a WNBA, NBA-esque, right? You pick and roll kind of a league a little bit. You put your shooters on the outside. The one bugaboo so far for AA division has been 3 turnovers in the opening 3 minutes.
Crossover backing down inside was Martyrdam. Crockett has some range. Could not get that one to go. Skying inside for the rebound was Martyrdam. Crockett from in close, no good. Head pass, Austin inside, able to get the deuce.
Transition so far we've seen from both teams trying to score easily, but the question always becomes, Josh, early on in the game before you score your first field goal, how much of a hole before you kind of put yourself away as AB looking for that first bucket?
Crockett with some emphasis inside, but it goes off the glass, no good. Austin goes to the ground but does get it away. Here's Selly, takes a bump. Felkley chases it down, puts one dribble down, right back, and taken away. Kennison Azure from Hatton Northwood with the steal. Crockett in transition is fouled, and the first chance at points now coming for A and B with Crockett at the line.
Yeah, you're going to see that foul there on Sydney Aberley here on the way. Hayden Crockett, again, someone who could put 20, 30, 40 points up in a game rather easily. Part of that Northern Cass team that was the Cinderella once he got to February, making it all the way to a state qualifier in Division A before eventually succumbing to the Thompson Tommies. But a team that really just played awfully well the last week and a half, I would say, of that postseason there.
Yeah, when the supporting cast around Crockett is doing well for Northern Cass, that's how you end up getting those offensive explosion nights from the Jaguars. 1 for 2 for Crockett, but a microwave scorer indeed heading to Jamestown coming up for basketball. Here's Austin working left. Oh, finds an opening. We have a blocking foul underneath. We'll see what they'll get here. They'll get Martyrdam for the blocking foul, it looks like. That's her first. So no basket on the play. It's just a side out. Austin makes the catch, fires back out to the corner. It's Caitlin Kackman recently checking into the game. Has her pass deflected out of bounds. She'll be the trigger.
And Kackman heading to UND coming up here in the fall. Was part of the Shield Softball All-Star Series, Josh. An awfully good packer in her own right for West Fargo.
Yeah, multi-sport athletes here. Austin comes to a jump stop, goes high off the glass, no good. Shot altered at the rim. Nice rim protection. Azure was in the area. Azure steps back, kicks to the corner. Oh, nice jump, nice 2-foot stop there, but Martyrdam could not get the shot to go on the baseline. In transition, the three-point shot comes up a little bit short, with Lauren Reardon having just checked into the game of Grand Forks Central.
And you're going to see this in this particular two games. 20-minute halves a little bit different from what the AB players are used to in 8-minute quarters, and then 18-minute halves when it comes to AA, Josh. So kind of more college-esque, even though on the women's game it's 4 10-minute quarters, but they're going to keep everything simple here.
Three-point shot up and good as Sophia Headley from the AB side gets their first field goal to go down, and it's of the three-point variety.
It took about 5 minutes and 15 seconds for that first field goal, and then we get a player control foul, it looks like, on the way here for AA. See if it's a block or if it's going to be on or player control, and they will actually call the reach early on that one on Tori Fee from Devil's Lake, Josh.
Fourth foul of the half already on the AB side. Felkley with the elbow catch, reverses Reardon. Back into Felkley, sees the double team, trying to go up through it, and does count the basket and one. Brooklyn Felkley on her home floor, getting the and one opportunity and extends the lead to 8-4 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, she's going to have that mismatch at 6'3" all day. Nevaeh Tormashi at 6'2". You got Beckman at 6 foot, but she is the tallest individual here on the Lions All-Star Basketball Series for either club, Josh.
Yeah, and heading to D1 with South Dakota State, so a tall talent indeed. Nice jab step, the step back off the heel from Mache Miller. Rebound comes down to Keely Sunday from West Fargo Horace. Reardon, a dangerous, ill-advised pass is picked off. The three comes up too strong from Headley. Offensive rebound, loose under the basket, counted, and the foul. They'll get Kackman for the foul, and it's going to be Betsy Hadelstad heading to the line for the three-point play.
Tori Fee got that elusive offensive rebound, as you alluded to there, Josh. And, hey, it was 6-love early for AA, then 4 straight consecutive points by AB, and now the AB All-Stars have kind of settled in nicely here.
Yeah, well, they've started to find some offensive flow, and it's points off of turnovers this time. You were mentioning the bugaboo for AA so far has been those turnovers with 6 of them, now a 7th. Another shot up and away, but no good. It was a long two. Felkley comes up with the loose ball. Here comes AA back in transition. Hesitation from Austin and a foul as she's bumped in the paint.
Zoe Austin had the nice cross, got by the first defender there. Horton's going to pick up the foul. Next one will put the AA All-Stars into the bonus here, Josh, but kind of went right to left. She did have open Reardon in the left wing, but as she was kind of going to pass or make the shot attempt, that's when the foul occurred.
Nice one-handed stab by Felkley. Sunday inside, walled up as Layla Jensen, that was Hadelstad doing a nice job there, walling up in the paint.
All I know is Felkley and alongside with Sundin. That's a lot of Vegas gold in terms of that Bismarck legacy and Horace Hawks colors in those emblems.
Zoe Austin makes the catch off the inbounds pass. Back to the basket dribble, being hounded by Mache Miller.
So great crowd filing on it. If you're coming to the boys game, you might want to come here quickly because it's going to be close to standing room only by the time we get to half.
Yeah, great turnout here. Another turnover in transition, coming to the jump stop. And this time the layup goes down for Mache Miller. We saw her hounding in the corner on the defensive side and then gets the basket in transition. Doing a nice job coast to coast.
First tie of the ball game.
3-point shot up from Austin, just a little bit strong. Bullying her way inside was Reardon for two.
There's that physicality you mentioned for AA Grand Forks Central. Knights stand up.
Oh, nice step-through move, but left it on the doorstep. That was Hornet there. Everything but the finish. Sunday thought about the three. Instead, will work it around. They try to get into Felkley, but some good help defense there as Headley got in for the deflection, and now we see full line changes basically, except maybe one staying in for AA.
Sophia Headley, NDSU track and field commit, second team All-Stater from Bowman County. Yeah, if she's on the backside on that little chase there, Josh, she can get there quickly.
Here is Grace Thiel kicking out to Nora Roney from Shanley. As we see more of the Eastern players for AA right now. Taking some contact was Keely Sunday there from West Fargo Horace. She'll get 2 shots at the charity stripe, already up 2 points.
Yeah, you get the bonus. This will be the 1-and-1 with the college
yes.
variety. But to your point, Josh, it would be the normal 2 if you're in A and B. But here Sunday gets the make one to get one opportunity. The one thing for the AB team so far, Josh, 7 different players the foul, so no one's in foul issues yet, even though you've collected 7 in the opening 7.5 minutes.
This is looking like some of the NBA Summer League stuff. You can get 10. You get 10 fouls in Summer League. There, it's pretty much impossible to foul out. 1 for 2, splitting the pair goes Sunday. The rebound down to Kira Beckman. Off a foot and out of bounds. Layla Jensen was swarmed in that far corner.
Third turnover of the game for the AB girls All-Stars.
Good pressure in the backcourt and a takeaway almost. A jump ball is called. There is Martindam from TGU getting that tie up.
And without a quote-unquote big for AA, we're seeing more of a 5-out drive and cut style of offense here for AA. But the AB girls, you mentioned the physicality from AA in the pregame show, Josh. They're kind of giving it right back to AB is kind of giving it right back to AA right now.
Corner 3 up and a little bit strong from Peyton Bergeron in from Grand Forks Red River, getting her first minutes. And a foul. This one's going the other way. Looks like Sunday picks it up.
Yeah, you had Crockett there with the rebound. Sunday almost with the double. Went for the loose ball, got more of the wrist than the basketball there with the foul.
Jensen setting things up, finds Crockett. This is a dangerous spot to leave Crockett, and off the heel. She really loves that mid-range shot around that elbow and free throw line. One of her best spots. This one, a foul on the other end. Could be 2 shots coming up. And it will be on Crockett.
A great steal going coast to coast there. Gets the rebound. The old adage, you got to stop the ball in transition. No one did. And by the time someone was close to actually getting in front, just Hayden just at the wrong place, kind of at the wrong time there with Thiel heading to the foul line.
And that's part of Thiel's game. She likes to play fast, and she likes to play in transition off of turnovers like we just saw. Couldn't get those to drop. This one stays inbounds. Long pass up the floor. Crockett does make the catch. Floater, good. Hayden Crockett getting her first field goal. Hounding pressure in the backcourt. Roney from Shanley, or sorry, that's Martyrdam getting in there on the AB side.
So Shannon Kopis nearly called the timeout. He had the hands almost to make the tee. He had about a foot away before he was going to call the timeout there.
Sunday makes a catch, doubled in a dangerous spot on the near side. Had it deflected into the backcourt, so no violation. This is Hammis, the guard from Fargo North. Sunday, 3, great as iron, and goes out of bounds.
Safe to say both teams might not like the way they played offensively, but I like defensively what they've done, Josh. Obviously, the officials might let you play a little bit more physical, as you might see at the next level as well, which I like. It's been consistent that way.
Crockett sprint dribbles into it and fires to an open shooter in Bergeron for 3.
Yeah, Layla Jensen.
Sorry, Jensen. Mixing up my rosters here. Crockett with another steal here, comes up with it, running in transition. Left, right, and could not get it to go. Offensive rebound and score from Kira Beckman out of Botno.
Nice little run over the last 3 minutes of play here for the AB All-Stars. It's a 7-3 run.
Sunday gets tied up in the paint, and here comes Beckman again, doing a little bit of ball handling after playing in that post the last possession. Hoisting from deep three-point range was Crockett. It goes back iron. Back out. Another 3 is good. Layla Jensen back-to-back triples. And the AB team is now up 7. They've taken a commanding run here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Timeout called. We'll step aside here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
It's time for our Bank North in-game update. Bank North's been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank today. Bank North, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And it's a 10-3 run for A and B over the last 3:13 as AA tries to counter, but a couple of threes from Layla Jensen spurs them on that run. 9 AA turnovers already in this half. Beckman through traffic, gets fouled. It's 2 shots for her.
Yeah, so far Jensen from Henninger Scranton heading to Mayville State collegiately, a first-team All-Stater on the B side, and going then to Botno, Kira Beckman heading to Minot State, a first-team All-Stater. I was in her neck of the woods, had a family wedding in Botno, Lake Metagoshi area. Beautiful time, went to the A-frame for a little lunch. But so far, Josh, you can just see the energy, just the second chance that we saw from AA, kind of with this particular unit that was out there for AB. Give the AB All-Stars a really good one, as you alluded to in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, I really liked how Crockett was the playmaker for that group, and then Jensen was the beneficiary of it. Beckman had some cleanup around the rim. Just some really good stints right there.
Largest lead of the game for either club. AA was up 6-rip to start the game, and now it's been all AB.
Here comes Nora Roney out of the pack, but her pass is deflected and taken away by Kennison Azure. Headley crosses over, finds Azure on the near side. 3-point shot, good. A pure splash from downtown for Hatton Northwood's Kennison Azure.
7 different players in the scoring column, and that's the 4th made triple for the AB All-Stars.
Another takeaway. It's double-digit turnovers already with still 9 minutes to go in the first half. Another 3 is up, rattles in and out. Offensive rebound taken in by Headley. Steps through, no good. Good positioning there from Tormashi. This one will stay AB basketball.
And you mentioned Tormashi also heading to Mayville State, part of that Dickinson Trinity team that made it to the state tournament this year in Division A at the Mounted State Dome for the Titans.
Turnaround shot, tough one there from Tormashi, but comes up a little bit short. Thiel sees the double coming, gets it away. Roney, the 3, gets side iron. Azure with the rebound and gets it away to Tori Fee from Devil's Lake. A lob pass up ahead. Another turnaround from Tormashi, but it comes up again a little bit short. And a tie-up is called.
Peyton Bergeron got the basketball, but Tormashi was there with Tori Fee, and they put the defensive clamp down immediately. Got the possession arrow, which is eventually a turnover almost where the ball is going to be inbounded here, Josh, for the AB All-Stars.
Made field goal here for AB would put this up to a double-digit lead on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Long 2, off target, brought in by Lauren Selly from Dickinson. 3 up and off target from Benning. Second chance, that one goes down. Benning getting those second chance points. Squaring up, firing, the 3 is off target from Headley. Here's Aberly from Minot, good kick out to the corner, open 3-point look for Thiel, no good. She gets the miss back, but it's taken away. Headley, Euro step, no. Rebounded by Reardon. More turnovers from Double A. Nice move inside, count it, and the foul. The step through is good and 1.
A good job by Aberly right there on the way for that and 1 opportunity. Aberly from Minot making her way to UND for communication sciences coming up here in the fall.
Offensive rebound as Double A is going to get another opportunity to set up shop after the Natalie Benning offensive rebound. Good ball denial there from Fee from Devil's Lake. Cut inside is good. That's Selly from Dickinson with her first field goal. Loose ball. Double A is all over it, but it's going to be a jump ball.
You mentioned Selly, going back to her from Dickinson. Concordia, Cobber, track and field. A lot of sciences with these ladies. Biology and a pre-dental program coming up here, Josh, after she's done running track for the Cobbers.
Oh, open underneath. Thiel is able to make the catch, but some contact underneath as Tormashi got over in time. Nice defense there from Reardon, gets back. Track meet style pace right here. Off target from close range for Thiel. Oh, a no look to the outside. I don't think anyone was ready for that one, including Aberly. Instead, she goes inside. It's off glass, no good. Fee puts it into the post. Turnaround shot off the glass, no good. Tormashi fighting and a foul.
And good job there by Tormashi from Dickinson, trying to stay with it. Eberly's going to pick up the foul on the way here for the Double A girls. What a good run, I would say, for both teams here, Josh. Just going to be curious, the last 6:31, who kind of can, AB make a 7-0 run, get up by double figures, as you alluded to, they've been close, or can Double A come back and play with a lead?
A little bit of an elevator action out of the timeout, or out of bounds play for Crockett. Turns down the shot. Physical inside, she goes, but to the ground, kicks out, 3-point shot, no good for Mache Miller. Crockett, this time, gets to set her feet, but comes up short. Loose ball, taken away, inside, layup is good. There's Kira Beckman again. She's had a nice first half, and it came off the dish from Betsy Hadelstad. Here's Hadelstad with the rebound on the other end. Double A has already pushed it to a 7-point lead out to the corner. Crockett looking to make it 10. No. It'll be Double A basketball as Hadelstad couldn't quite track that one down.
Going back to the last bucket there for AB, Beckman, just no one boxed her out, and she just went there and took it away from the Double A player, Josh, and able to get that steal.
Yeah, the A and B team has not backed down on the physicality level. They have been there for every loose ball. They have been right where they need to be. Another turnover here, maybe a block shot inside. Lots of contact underneath. Kick out. 3-point shot. Beckman off target. Crockett trying to fight through some contact, but it is going to be purple basketball.
The story of the game right now is the turnovers. 15 for Double A, just 4 for AB. That really makes the difference, Josh, with those 7-point differentials so far here with just over 5 minutes to go in the half.
Selly fighting through a double, but it's taken away. Mache Miller and Betsy Hadelstad were in on it. 3-point shot, good. A swish from way downtown.
Miller, the Division B Senior Athlete of the Year from Kenmare Bobos. How about them Honkers with the triple?
Crockett was fishing for the steal, but instead a floater open for Benning, but it comes up short. Crockett turns, goes behind the back, step back, fires, a little bit off. Beckman crashing for the offensive rebound. And out of the pack comes Reardon, splitting a double team. Selly, the lay.
A good transition, able to get it to Selly. Good save in the back end for Double A girls, getting an easy bucket.
Inside, blocked away by Aberly, but they'll get her for the foul. That might be her third already. Nice take in there from Layla Jensen, drawing the contact.
So far, Jensen is, I would say, an sneaky, maybe player of the game candidate, Josh, because when they made their run, she hit those two big three-pointers so far from Henniger Scranton, able to add on here, has a rebound as well here for the AB squad.
Yeah, you put these the Class B players up in these competitions, and they can show out in this format. One for two at the line for Jensen. She's got 7 in the early going. Kackman thought about stepping into a 3, turns it down. Here's Roney, back to Kackman, corner 3. Quick first step, puts up the floater, good. Caitlin Kackman with a nice move, gets her first basket.
You can give Felkley the A-gap block because she was just backing her defender down, and Kackman just had a wide open lane to kind of dribble to.
Step back from Mache Miller comes up a little bit short. Felkley will look for a guard.
You have NFL training camp already starting up here, Josh, with rookies reporting. So, you know, August 22nd is the first Friday Night Lights in North Dakota upcoming here in the fall. So a week and a month away about before we hit to Friday Night Lights.
Very exciting. August 22nd, keep an eye on your live event for Friday Night Lights football. Here's Hammis. 8 on the shot clock. We haven't had many late shot clocks. Felkley fading, firing, and count it. And one opportunity for the Bismarck Legacy native.
Yeah, 3 players came crashing down, but Felkley kept the ball up high, able to go through some contact. 5 rebounds, 5.7 rebounds so far for Felkley, and add another point to that.
A dominant force on the inside. That's why she's going D1 to be a jackrabbit. Here's Azure. Quick first step. Gets through. Tough shot, though, through the contact. Offensive rebound. It lips out, but it will be 2 shots for Ashley Martyrdom.
Olivia Hammis looks like to be the guilty party on the way. And to your point there with Ashley Martyrdom here from Towner Granville, Upham first team All-Stater for TGU. 3 rebounds so far in this opening half.
a 4-point lead for the AB squad. Trying to add on at the line now. Lead has been near the double-digit mark before, but the AA squad has reeled them in when it's gotten a little bit out of hand. 0 for 2 at the free throw line. It's just the turnovers really for AA that's been killing them the most. Entry pass, Felkley inside, off the glass, no good. Second chance, another offensive rebound. Felkley backs herself into the basket, but couldn't make it. Kackman, the three, no. Felkley doing the work under there. A force to be reckoned with.
9 rebounds, Josh, in about like 6 minutes of work for Felkley.
Tough shot inside for Adeline Ng. Here's Roney. I'm sure she'll look for Felkley in some fashion here. There it is. Oh, a nice cut, and the reverse lay is good. Olivia Hammis on that cut cuts this lead down to 0 as it's a tie game now on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
His second tie, first since it was 9 up.
Big time run at a big time. This one too strong. AA is right back in this one after shooting themselves in the foot a little bit with the double-digit turnovers. Kackman crosses over. Felkley, the post up inside, doing the dirty work again. And timeout called to get the substitutions in.
There's your double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds for Felkley so far in the opening half. And I think easy to say, Josh, who might be a player of the game, win or loss so far. I'm not sure if one player has impacted the game in the first, 18 minutes as Brooklyn Felkley has, both on the window, offensively, defensively. When she gets the ball, there's 2-3 girls coming. You're back cutting. The offense is just revolving around her, and everything has really opened up in this run.
And I really like that cut from Hammis there. She thrives in that offensive style where if you've got that player that's a dominant force, she can really be a nice complement to it. AA getting another stop after retaking the lead. Austin back into the game. Tough step through traffic, and Zoe Austin able to get that one to drop. That's her second field goal. Give her 4 points.
CENTURY, 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 Century High.
Miller with the answer on the three-point shot, and right back at it. Roney couldn't get it, but Felkley an and one opportunity again. They cannot keep her off the glass.
By the time we get done with this series, she might have 40 points and 40 rebounds here for Felkley.
Would not be shocked in the slightest. And timeout on the floor as we'll pause before Felkley gets the shot off. We'll step aside here on yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Keeping track of things here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard tonight. It's 35-32 in favor of AA as we've seen some lead changes going back and forth. Dakota Heritage Bank sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit dhb.bank. Brooklyn Felkley at the free throw line, too strong. She's already had 3 and 1 opportunities, I believe, in this first half. Under a minute to play. Inside, a nice catch made by Headley and converts underneath.
Headley 5 points so far.
Felkley in transition, getting down the floor first for her 6th made field goal. Pace picking up. Headley makes another catch inside. Shields off the hit from Kackman and scores. Rinse and repeat for Headley. Felkley open again. Here comes the swarm. They are doing everything they can to not let Brooklyn Felkley have easy paint touches. Austin with the blow by is good. 2 seconds, 1, and half over. An exciting finish to this half. The AA team storms back after being down 9 points. They're up 3 going into the locker room on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It is a 3-point game as we'll step aside here on YourLiveEvent.com and come back with our DJ Coulter Agency halftime show after this.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Hey there!
I'm here to personally invite you
to join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
great rates
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
This is your DJ Coulter Agency halftime show. DJ Coulter Agency, your auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Go to djcoulter.com. Let's take a look at some of our first half numbers here, courtesy of Chase Miller.
Thank you very much, Josh. Taking a look at the team numbers so far, when it comes to turnovers, that's really is one thing that has stood out, and also rebounding. AA girls, 16 turnovers to the 5 for AB. Rebounds, though, 35 for AA, 23 for AB, so plus 12 in that category for the AA girls. So far, 4 of 10 from the free throw line for AA, also 1 3-pointer. The AB girls with 23 rebounds, but something that's going well for them so far is the 6 3-pointers here for the AB girls. Individually, starting with the team that's up on front in AA, Brooklyn Felkley, 14 points with 11 rebounds, already a double-double here in the first half, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 6 points for Zoe Austin with 2 rebounds, then 5 points with 4 boards for Natalie Benning, 5 points with 4 rebounds for Lauren Selly. You also have 2 points in the way for Caitlin Kackman, 3 rebounds, 2 points, 2 boards for Olivia Hammis, 2 points for Lauren Reardon with 2 rebounds, 2 points for Aberly with 2 boards, a rebound for Sunday, and 1 point and a rebound for Sunday and 3 rebounds for Thiel. Get a couple of rebounds for Roney and Bergeron as well here for AA, led by Felkley's double-double of 14 and 11. For the AB girls so far, led by the 8 points of Machine Miller with 2 3-pointers and 2 rebounds. 7 points for Layla Jensen with 2 3-pointers, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 7 points for Hadley with a made triple, has 2 boards. 5 points on the way for Akira Beckman, 5 points and 4 rebounds. From there, you do have 3 points for Hayden Crockett and 4 rebounds, 3 points for Keniston Adger, and 3 points for Betsy Hattlestead with 2 boards as well. A rebound for Fee, a rebound for Ing, 2 boards for Tormashi so far here today. That is a look at your first half team and individual numbers, Josh.
Thank you, Chase Miller, as we are one half of the way through here. This is your DJ Coulter Agency halftime show. We'll come back and take a look at the keys to the second half for success for both of these squads when we return.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading corps tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading corps tutor.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is the DJ Coulter Agency halftime show. Come to the man that can cover your can. Go to djcoulter.com. And Chase Miller, talk to me about the keys for the second half here. Got to be the turnovers in some part, at least for AA, 16-5 in favor of A and B not turning the ball over there.
Yeah, so far it's been the three-point line, favor of 5+5 made threes for the AB squad. Rebounding, which has been +12 so far for AA, but then AB, to your point, Josh, has done a really good job of forcing turnovers, scoring in transition from there when they've made their runs. But, tied at 9, tied at 29, a really good run to finish the last 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Josh, it was tied at 29 apiece, and you're able to get a AA to get 10 points, and AB was 7. That was a lot of scoring. I think we're going to see that continue into the second half as these teams going to get a little bit familiar with one each other. But obviously the old adage is if you're going to turn over the basketball 30-plus times, you're probably not going to come away too many times with wins. But how can AA make an impact with Thelkley and keep her out of the paint, whether it's front, whether it's backside defense, which means we saw Olivia Hammis make a good back cut. you might be open for 3-point opportunities if you're AA playing with Oakley. When she was on the floor, you notice the difference when she was off the floor. So when she's not on the floor, how can AA get some offense going? Well, for AB girls, a balanced diet so far. 7 players in the scoring column. 4 of the 6 threes came from Layla Jensen and Mache Miller. If Crockett gets going a little bit, getting some more offense, that can go a long way for the AB girls. I want to see maybe Kinnison Azure be a little bit more effective as well, maybe a little bit in the half court. I've liked what Beckman has done both defensively and offensively here today too for the AB girls, but it's kind of the basics, I think, at the end of the day when it comes to rebounds and when it comes to the turnovers here, Josh. But what's going to be the little chess pieces as we go into the second half, then get ready for that boys game a little bit down the line?
And one of the moving parts of this half is it felt like those first 5 minutes or so were played much more in the half court and everyone just trying to feel it out, and you're not heat checking 5 minutes into this game when you're in an all-star game. But then the pace picked up and things really started to get working in the favor of the AB side just because they were in transition off of live ball turnovers so much. But then the AA side was able to just counter and get down the floor first. Even on makes, sometimes we saw Felkley all the way down the floor.
And that's the thing. You're going to get opportunities to get certain runs. You might not play for 5-6 minutes. You might play for 6 minutes in a row. We saw Felkley kind of finish the first half after taking a little break there in the first. And they try to give all these players their best opportunities, everybody getting a good run. But at the end of the day, the question really is who can be the number 2 player for AA girls. Zoe Austin was that a little bit, right, with those 6 points. But Felkley, even when she wasn't scoring, she was opening up driving lanes for Kackman or Austin at particular times. That's going to be the question. Who can be that number 2 player, or can you get enough balance here for AA? Then on the opposite side for the AB girls, can you continue to hit the threes like they have been? And might you get some driving lane opportunities to go on the interior, and Felkley might not be in there. But it's going to be a fun second half, Josh. It was very entertaining first half, and we still got a boys game, and we still got tomorrow night at Fargo South to cover. So looking forward to the next 24 hours here.
Yeah, we're just getting started here. Only one half done through the 49th annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series, and we're looking forward to everything that this series has in store for us and holds. Boys game coming up a little bit later tonight, but we've got to decide this exciting contest first. Our Dakota Heritage scoreboard reads at the half 39-36 in favor of the AA squad. This is your DJ Coulter Agency halftime show.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do. Red River Valley Speedway. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination destination for family fun.
We're back this weekend with 2 action-packed nights of racing at the Red River Valley Speedway. Friday night, it's NLRA late models and IMCA stock car meet and greet. Sponsored by Miller Lite, Corwin, OK Tire, and JDP Electric. Saturday, it's King of the Wings and Hall of Fame night. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, Superior Customs, Magnum Custom Homes, and Brenco. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
Nearing our second half as we are taking a look at our fan cam here with the Lawrence Selly fans in the fan section here tonight, getting that front row seat. This is your DJ Coulter Agency halftime show. Come to the man that can cover your can. Go to djcoulter.com. And Jace Miller, let's talk a little bit of boys All-Star game coming up right after this one, so don't go anywhere. First off, on yourliveevent.com, we'll still have that game coming up for you here tonight, but a lot of great athleticism coming up for this guy's side.
Yeah, Bonfils Loria from West Fargo. I think a lot of the state heard his name in the state tournament. A phenomenal season for Bonfils Loria. Also from there, Mr. Do Everything, Hudson Sheldon from Mandan, Parker Falcon from Bismarck Legacy, just to name a few. On the AB boys side, we're going to see Parker Brodina from the Devils Lake Firebirds heading to the University of Mary. Going to see Carson Osi in the house representing the Kinder Vikings heading to UND for collegiate basketball coming up in the fall. And then from there, from West Hope Newburgh, Braden Bailey heading to Williston State, going to be a fellow Teton, going from a Sioux to a Teton here. Be a lot of fun to kind of talk about that a little bit later on. And again, roughly about 20 to 25 minutes after the conclusion of this game, you'll get to the boys contest, Josh.
Well, we've got 20 minutes coming up here of half number 2 for the girls' first game of the 49th Annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series. Floater is up and off the mark with AB first possession for half number 2.
Yeah, I really like the play there by Tori Fee in the two-man game, able to get that floater. That's a shot that she can make a ton of, heading to Lake Region State for volleyball coming up here in the Falls Feet.
Inside, the back down, a strong take. That's Adeline Ng.
First field goal of the game for Ng.
And inside, Azure comes up with the block. Officials looking at each other, trying to figure out who is this last off of. And Azure gets the block and the possession. Really nicely done by the Hatton Northwood native.
Also talking about Ng heading to Black Hills State. Josh, you were just there for a few days. Going to be track and field with some jumps.
Yeah, there's some elevation up there, so you'll get in condition real quick. A nice step through 1-2 move from Ashley Martyrdam. And just like that, AB has recaptured the lead after being down 3 at the half. They get the first 2 field goals to open up the second half. Open 3, just a little bit strong from Reardon. Cleared out of there, and now Fee. The head pass up. Catch made, fade, firing, no good from Tormashi. She loves that fade. Taken away by Fee. Tormashi back to Fee for the 2.
Yeah, Fee was able to get the pickpocket steal there of Roney, takes full advantage of it. So far, 18 turnovers, 2 in this half for a double A.
It is about a 3-to-1 ratio right now of turnovers for. Oh, a crossover. The mid-range comes up just short. Unbelievable. Grace Thiel putting some ankles on the deck. Spin move by Fee creates some separation for 2. Wow, that's some nice moves right there.
And Devils Lake's used to that. The Firebirds, there's a reason why Devils Lake has made state tournament and won it 2 years ago with Tori Fee.
Reardon working off the screen, gets the switch. Here's the big, taking the shot at Selly, but it's off the rim. The head pass up ahead to Kennison Azure, takes the contact, leads it in through the blocking foul. Kennison Azure with a tremendous start to this second half.
Kind of what we were talking about, right, Josh? Seeing Kennison be a little bit more aggressive from Hatton Northwood, a future Cobber on the way. And to your point, look at the run it's been. It's been a 10-0 run here in 2 minutes and 19 seconds here for the AB All-Stars.
What a start for the AB All-Stars as they are now going to make some substitutions despite this first line being a very effective one. Azure completes the three-point play with her first free throw make of the night.
Well, this could very well be a Agassi Precision Egg play of the contest right here, Josh, if AB goes on and does win this game in terms of their start to the second half.
They had a lead of this size in the first half, and it slipped away on that 10-3 run over the final 3:13-ish. Lost the lead going into half, but a vicious run. Tough lay, my goodness. Grace Thiel with her first make of the night, and it's a 10 of 10 degree difficulty shot at that. Miller probing inside, bounce pass. Lefty shot there from Hornet, no good. Another chance, and Hornet converts.
More balance here for the AB All-Stars. First field goal for Hornet.
Selly threw some contact hard to the ground, but it looks like she is all right.
Foul's going to be on the aforementioned Hornet there from Carrington, heading to the University of Mary coming up here in the fall. AA All-Stars able to get to the free throw line. They were 4 of 10 from the stripe in the opening half.
It's Selly at the free throw line from Dickinson. Coming up short that time, rebounded away by Hadelstad. Coming to a nice jump stop, Headley, a nice move. She's been very impressive to this point.
Headley 9 points so far, being consistent as well for AB.
Very technically sound on that last play. Selly no good on the triple. AA's had some struggles getting that three-point shot to fall. It's been much easier for AB. This one off the heel. Kicks out to Grace Thiel. Reardon, a spin, backing into the post. Oh, that's a swift lay. And cuts the lead back down to 8.
And Lauren Reardon, just a really quality player. She's had so many defenses having their best player on her during her tenure at Grand Forks Central, and you can see the different moves that she was able to have that spin, take that separation, Josh, and able to finish from the left block.
Yeah, that's a very talented move right there to get to that offhand side, but then she finishes with the closed side hand with the righty lay.
First turnover for AB here in this second half.
Felkley setting a screen. Now they lob up top. Dangerous. But Austin able to come away with it. Spins away and then draws the foul. An opportunity for Headley to take that one away, but it ends up working out for AA.
And Headley's going to be picking up that foul here for AB. Got 3 for Hornet, 2 for Headley, Jensen, and Martyrdam so far. All for the AA girls. Start to make the most out of your free throws right now, as they've currently shot 13 of them and they made 5.
Two for two trip for the Bismarck Century graduate Zoe Austin. More substitutions coming in. Odd man rush now after the full court press break. Loose ball corralled by AA, now thrown away. Headley comes up with it. Fires to Miller. Sidestep. Step back 3. No. Now here comes Felkley in transition and gets the lay. Running the court with Zoe Austin. They get the odd man rush. Nice crossover. Headley probes inside, couldn't finish, got her own miss back, and a foul on Felkley.
Not too many people have gotten a rebound on Felkley here tonight, but Headley able to continue to follow her own shot there. Josh gets rewarded with a couple of free tosses.
Yeah, that was a nice move, nice crossover that got herself into the paint, drew Felkley as the help defender, and then she just carried her momentum right over to the miss.
First foul of the game on Brooklyn. Only now double figures, 10 points, 3 rebounds, has a made triple.
Nice rebound from Beckman. But her pass was stolen away by Felkley, got her hands on it. Lead pass. Bergeron was able to corral it, but here comes Headley again. Lefty lay, defended well by Austin, but she's out of bounds trying to throw it back in. But nice job by Zoe Austin getting back on transition defense.
And with the layup there going off the rim and then off of Austin, a fresh 30 on the shot clock upcoming. Our officials been awfully good tonight, Josh, with our 3-man crew.
As Mike Mees, John Meyer, and Brian Bohr tonight as our officials, as down goes the three-point shot there.
Yeah, Hayden Crockett with the triple, her first from downtown, 17 three-pointer for AB.
And I believe that makes 5 AB players that have now made a three as well. Saved back in initially, but Ing was unable to keep it in play.
Well, there's an old song of bodies hitting the floor, and that's what we've seen here a good chunk tonight. We've seen not so much that they haven't been in control, but they're going for a lot of loose balls, a lot of 50-50 opportunities on the floor.
Crockett hounding Austin all the way up the floor, but Austin with a nice behind-the-back dribble. A tough lay, the left hand from Benning goes down.
Yeah, not only Benning there with the left hand, almost shoveled it up there. It still works regardless, and some good touch.
Crockett, crossover, fires and connects. Starting to heat up, Hayden Crockett finding her groove, and that gets her engaged on defense here. She's going to pick up Austin at half court. Here's the answer, no good from Benning. Oh, tangling Austin and Crockett on the near side here going down. Spinning away, nice move into the paint, but no finish there from Ing, but an offensive rebound and a foul, as there's Tormashy there for the cleanup.
Yeah, the future Mayville State Comet Tormashy has yet to score, but has 5 rebounds here, 3 in the second half, and second foul upcoming on Felkley.
Tormashy getting her first points of the night, and it comes at the charity stripe. She's been relying on that post fade quite a bit. 1 for 2 at the line. Felkley stabs the rebound from out of the air over Kennison Azure. Nearly carried it through a couple defenders, but it's going to be a turnover. High stepping through the paint is Kira Beckman with a nice offhand finish. Austin, as nobody picked up ball, waltzes into the paint and knocks down the Midi J to force the timeout. It's a 10-point game, but AB, after a furious start to this second half, is out on top by double digits on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
And welcome back here on yourliveevent.com. It is time for a Bank North in-game update. As we just were tallying it during the break, everyone has gotten in on the action for AB. A very balanced scoring effort as everyone has come to the party and gotten themselves in the scoring column. But they were down 3 at half, Chase Miller, and now they find themselves up double digits only 6.5 minutes in.
Yeah, no one's really been the lead scorer in this second half. Hayden Crockett with 2 threes. You do have Tori Fee with 4 points. Everybody else with 3, 2, or 1, Josh. So it's not just one person that's been erupting so far in this second half for AB.
Azure with a skip pass into the corner. The 3 is up from Tormashy, no good. And the rebound comes down to Natalie Benning. Benning working through some traffic, goes against the grain. Nice hesitation move. Austin into the paint. Scoop layup, but it doesn't go. A nice move, though. High degree of difficulty. Big collision on the far side. A battle of the 23s as Caitlin Kackman and Adeline Ing crash to the floor.
Yeah, and Ing from Central McLean, we mentioned from Black Hills State. Caitlin Clackman almost playing center field out there, going for a softball we saw so many times for the West Fargo Packers. Able to help her up and a little pat on the back.
Headley works it in. Here's Fee back in the game. Mache Miller backing out, then the entry pass into the post. No one's trying to go up on Brooklyn Felkley. The floater from Fee, no good. Felkley, the rebound, doing some nice work in rim protection on that possession. Austin, a nice step through, but ran out of real estate on the 2-and-1 opportunity and breakaway. The three-point shot is up and drained by Sophia Headley.
Yeah, Tori Fee on that one. Fee with the three. 32 on the way for the AB girls. Hits the triple. Then we get a 5-second call for the AA girls.
Yes, good call on Fee there. I saw it too in my defense. But a 13-point lead, perhaps the largest on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard tonight for the AB squad.
And 9 threes right now. That's been a difference of this one.
Another one up and another one down the hatch. That's Headley again. I gave that three to her one possession prematurely. This one just taken away, a jump ball. Thiel had it, but Martyrdom wanted it.
Two stats that are glaring again is 22 turnovers to 8. AA with 22, but also the threes now 10 for AB compared to just uno for the AA girls.
That lone three coming from Natalie Benning in the first half for the AA girls. But they have not had much perimeter scoring to work with. But Aberly from Minot with a rack attack. Her second field goal cuts the lead to 14.
And then just a turnover, trying to get the ball in quickly in position. Goes to that Selly sign across the way. If you sit in the front row, you better not be eating popcorn. You better be ready like a foul ball in baseball or softball because game action's coming to you.
Here's the takeaway. AB running. They've got a 3-on-2. They pop the three. Why not? They're all going down. This one, Mache Miller.
You got your umbrella, Josh? Because it's
raining. The third three of the game for Miller. Another turnover out of bounds. And it is all AB in half number 2, a 20-point advantage in this half alone.
If you'd play 100 yards in football, they would be guarding every yard so far is what this AB girls basketball team has done. They are feisty out there here on this Monday.
Mid-range J, no good. That one was Hornet. Coming up a little bit short than a foul, send it the other way.
Good rebound there by Grace Steele. You'll see Martyrdam picking up the foul. Grace Steele so far, Josh, 2 points, but she's got 5 rebounds. You alluded to the Fargo North guards know how to rebound with Hamas and Thiel, and we've seen that here for Grace.
Yes, they certainly do. Thiel has made a nice impact for this AA squad, but this one tossed out of bounds. Roney couldn't track it down. The Fargo Shanley native turns this one over.
Yeah, Roney heading to Concordia to pursue a degree in nursing and also continue her collegiate career.
Another three up, another three down. Sophia Headley and Mache Miller just working with each other back and forth. Lead is 20 now.
Rebound away there by Miller.
Miller between the legs steps back, and Headley has been on fire so far as she kicks it out. Sharing the love. It rattles out though.
If there's a point in the game where you say there needs to be a run by a team, it'd be right now by AA. Down by 20, still got time to get something going, but is this too much of a hole to climb out of right now, Josh, with how the AB girls are shooting.
Yeah, I mean, when you're knocking down threes at this rate, it's almost impossible to make a comeback of this size. Crockett dancing inside, gets it to the post down there, but the shot knocked away. That was Beckman, the attempt. AA won both of the contests in this series last year, but they are finding themselves down in a big way in half number 2.
Both teams same foul category now with 4 after Hayden Crockett gets got with the reach right there. But for the AA, it's just about finding a rhythm, and no one has scored more than 1 field goal here in this second half for the AA All-Stars, who are led by the 4 second-half points by Austin with 2 coming at the line.
Entry pass was guarded well by Kennison Azure. They were looking for Lauren Selly on the block.
So far, 16 points for Felkley, 10 on the way for Austin for AA. But then it's just balance here for the AB girls, Josh. 15 points for Headley, 8 in the second half alone.
Crockett going to work. Finds a baseline cutter, extra pass, but not handled there by Hattelstad.
Reminder, tomorrow night, Fargo South, same time, different place. 6 o'clock for the girls and the boys to follow. Come on out and support the Lions Club and the players. Also watch it here on yourliveevent.com if you can't make it south.
Selly into the paint, takes some contact. Aberly, a nice nifty finish there with the reverse. Crockett had it taken away momentarily, but regains it in the far corner. Whips a pass underneath, but it was deflected away by Aberly.
And just a hair too late there by Crockett. Aberly literally got a fingertip on that one. Otherwise, it would be an easy bucket for Beckman.
Crockett, Azure, Beckman, Hattelstead, and Jensen, the 5 on the floor for AB. This one taken away by Aberly. Tried to come to a stop, but blew a tire, and it goes the other way.
That's a good thing, because sometimes when you see players like that go down, you immediately think of the MCL and the ACL sometimes, Josh, on a non-contact injury. But if you're AA, cut into that 20-point lead, got it to 18 for the moment.
Jensen pulls up at the free throw line after losing the defender with a mid-court crossover. Aberly still in attack mode, going off the glass, no good. Diving on the floor. Man, Aberly coming from a long way back to get that jump ball.
Only problem is her feet, like a slip and slide, were outside of the court, so that one will actually make its way towards the AB girls. It's kind of like on a tube when you're trying to hang on and your feet are dangling with the water. It's kind of what Aberly had right there on the baseline.
Another good crossover from Jensen. Leads to a kick-out 3 that skips a little bit long. It'll be AA basketball.
Good news is, if you're a AA fan, AB hasn't scored in the last about minute and 40 seconds. Bad news is you've only scored 2 points in comparison.
Oh, miscommunication there. Austin wondering where the help went. And this one in transition, Azure takes the hard foul. Will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, part of Hatton Northwood, they made it to a state qualifier this year for the state, had a chance to make it to the State B girls basketball tournament. Had a whale of a game with Lytton HMB. That was a rock'em sock'em robot kind of a game. First one to 45. Azure, a player that also had to play with an injury, as she kind of had that ACL, MCL kind of wrapped up and in a brace for most of the year, Josh. So good to see Kennison in full health mode moving forward here before she hits the Concordia.
Yeah, she's made a difference in this one for sure. She's got 3 free throw makes. Hattelstead will pick up the foul as she goes over the back on Selly.
Well, both teams again with 5 fouls, so you got 1 more left to give. So you can still be aggressive defensively, as we just saw there with Hattelstead.
8 minutes left in this one. Aberly with a look in close, could not get it to drop. Knocked down by Hammis. Crockett, 3, rattles out. Here's Selly looking to push the pace, but doesn't have numbers. She does not care. She Euros inside and scores.
I would say ole on that one, Josh.
Good kick out. Beckman, left wing three, connects.
7 3-pointers in this half alone for AB, 13 in the game, and they pick up a player control foul on Austin.
The AB shooting in this game has been lights out. And then Austin getting the charge there will send it back the other way at it. 21-point deficit for this AA team.
Make that 13 threes, 13-3-6 in the first half. But there you go, 13 threes. Josh, you just won. That is your difference in the 21 points right now.
Yeah. Hammis putting on some pressure. Knocks this one out of bounds. She loves to play in the backcourt.
Also, we'll have to see how Byron Buxton does in the home run derby here tonight.
Yes. Come fresh off a cycle just a few days ago, the first in Target Field history, which has been open since 2010. First Twins player to complete the cycle in 15 years there. Breakaway opportunity, and Austin with the left hand lays it in.
Leading scorer in the game in this second half, 6 points, 12 in the contest here for AA.
Fee, a lob pass dangerously into traffic. Kackman ahead. Austin will take the short J, but it goes off the heel. Rebound to Hornet from Carrington. Here's Fee, the Devil's Lake native, and draws the foul. Already 7 fouls for AA, so we'll see 1-1 here perhaps.
Kackman's going to pick up her third, team 7th, as you alluded to, Josh. And I think Tori Fee has been one of those playmakers, her and Headley in the second half of play. Obviously, we mentioned the balance. Everybody at least has a made free throw or field goal here for AB. But Tori Fee coming out of the blocks here in this second half with all of her points.
Yeah, up to 7 now after that made free throw. She's got 3 field goals made in this second half, along with those 2 at the charity stripe for now 8 points. Taken away on the inbounds pass, and Martyrdam with the and one. Just the extra hustle, the extra effort from the AB girls, and they are putting pedal to the metal in this second half. Already up by 23 points, now 26 in the half, as they started it down 3, make a 27-point advantage this half.
That could be the old nail in the coffin kind of play right there, right? You give up a couple of free throws to Fee, you get the and one the other way, and then you turn the ball over one more time if you're AA.
Good step-through move, a lot of contact inside. 2 shots coming up for Adeline Ing.
I think Sydney Aberle was thinking she might have been there ahead of schedule, but give credit to Ing. Momentum's on your side. Continue to go hard to the rim. Get rewarded. Play through some body contact right now here, Josh.
Yeah, that is the 4th foul on Aberle, the only player that's reached that mark tonight. One for 2 at the line for Ing from Central McLean. Make sure to stay tuned for the boys game that will be starting up not too long after this one, maybe 25 minutes, half an hour before we'll see the guys high-flying act.
Also, we'll hear from a couple of players from the winning team. Josh, you'll take a look at some of the final numbers. It'll be a lot of fun as we get ready for part 2 of our double dip.
Hammis had a pass deflected and taken away, but a travel called going against Hornet.
Well, 15 turnovers for AB girls. They've had 10 of them in the second half, but double that for what AA has with 30.
Hammis looking for somewhere to go on the outside. Aberle says hand down, man down, but could not get that one to drop. lefty jumper from Ing comes up a little bit strong. Hammes controls, gets to Kackman. Another open look for Aberly, but she turns it down for the mid-range, and it rolls in. Fourth made field goal for Sydney Aberly from Minot. 3 of those coming in the second half. Timeout called by the AB All-Stars as we'll step aside here. A quick break here on yourliveevent.com with 5:17 to go in the girls All-Star game here from Bismarck Legacy.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Welcome back here on yourliveevent.com. The 49th annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series going on. Our first night of 2. Stay tuned as we've got the guys coming up later tonight. Then we got Fargo South, where we'll do it all over again tomorrow. Fresh out of the AB timeout. They're up 23 points on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, up 26 this half as they were down 39-36 after the first half of play. Here comes Hammes. The scoop lay, got the step, got the lay.
A nice move there for Olivia Hammes. Kind of finished with that finger roll, Josh. And for those of you who just joined us, the real story is an 11-0 run to start the second half for AB girls, and they've never relinquished a lead, Josh, since they went on that run.
Yeah, they had that near double-digit lead in the first half. They gave it away. They're down 3 entering the locker room, and you're thinking, man, did they miss out on their opportunity to really take a hold of this game? But they just took a hold of it once they came out of the locker room. Felkley in transition goes down hard. There's the foul. And it's been a much more quiet second half for Brooklyn Felkley. Had the first half double-double, was just terrorizing the AB squad, and that fueled that run to end the first half.
Yeah, she hasn't played nearly as much. Kind of took a nice little 8-minute, 9-minute break after picking up a couple of fouls. 14 points, 11 rebounds in that first half. Right now, Josh, now to 17 and 13, what I got her down for. But definitely a player to, you could say, again, when she's on the floor, you can just see the elevation of what AA was able to do throughout the course of the game here. And I just think right now, if you want to call it a team, just the overall aspect of any 5 players for AB on the floor right now, they've really taken advantage of these last 20 minutes.
Felkley splits the pair at the free throw line. Headley teeing up another 3, and it goes! The sharpshooter from way downtown.
That's her 4th 3 of the night.
Inside, Felkley gets 2 more back, but that 3-point shot from Headley, it is very confident looking. She's open again. She's going to take another one. That one too strong. Reardon runs this one down. Nice pirouette. Gets into the paint. Sunday. Then off glass. No good from Benning. Crockett waits for it to get there. Goes up through some contact. Second chance. No. Third opportunity. No. A lid on the basket for Hayden Crockett on this possession.
A good battle by Betsy Hattlestead to stay with it right now, but this AB team, Josh, just a club that has kind of found a way to get to those 50-50 balls, get those second chances a little bit. I think that's been, as much as the three-pointers, that's also been the difference maker in the second half.
Yeah, those hustle plays have certainly made an impact on this game. Inside, Headley is free for 2 more. 8 field goals on the night for Sophia Headley. 3-point shot up from Benning off the glass is good. That's her second three-point connection of the night, and that's just the second made three for AA. She's made both of them. Felkley clears the glass eventually, but Reardon could not hang on to it. .20 game on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Here is Miller in no rush. Headley hounded by Sunday. The three-point shot is drained. Another triple goes down, and it's Kira Beckman from Bottineau with the swish. Sunday trying to attack from the left side. It goes out and right back to AB. A decisive victory in game number one for the AB squad as Crockett going playmaking mode to Hadelstad, but she couldn't finish underneath. That shot was altered. Here's Benning. Step through the lane, blocked away, stays here. Such a balanced effort from this squad, and then the free throws as well. I mean, so many of the AB players have gone to the line. Crockett, Martyrdom, Layla Jensen, Headley, Beckman, Tormashi, Ing, Azure, and Hadelstead and Fee have all gone to the line. The only two that have not are Mache Miller and then Eden Hornet. The only two that have not attempted a free throw tonight for the AB side. Reardon looking for the entry, goes up top. Benning. Tough scoop layup against the set defense. Hadelstad in transition, makes the catch and gets turned around in the right direction and gets the deuce. And back the other way goes Felkley. Crockett, three-point shot off the back iron. Oh, and a big hit laid down as down goes Reardon. Crockett tried to reach in and make that defensive play. Reardon shakes it off and says, "I'm good." Big collision, switching back up court. Just over 90 seconds to go, and it will be Reardon shooting the 1-and-1. And converts. Round of applause coming for this AB squad. A couple checking out is Hadelstad and Mache Miller. Reardon, a 2-for-2 trip to the charity stripe. The Grand Forks Central graduate sinks the pair. Beckman steps into yet another three. The third three of the half for Kira Beckman. Kick out, three-point shot up and short from Peyton Bergeron. Reardon inside gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up. That foul goes against Hayden Crockett. Or rather, that one on Beckman. The last one was on Crockett for the collision, and then this one on Beckman for the shooting foul. Still to come, we'll have our post-game interviews brought to you by Hillsboro EDC. We'll have our Hallstatt Telephone Company connection of the match, and our player of the game brought to you by Enbridge. Crockett steps back, heaves a three off the iron, no good. They're trying to get it back to Beckman. The hot hand goes reverse over the outstretched arm of Felkley. Kira Beckman lighting up the scoreboard in this second half. knocked away. Up ahead, taken in, and the lay for Sophia Headley. And they get to the century mark, 101-73 off the turnover. The AB squad doing their thing. 30 seconds left. Felkley on the doorstep, couldn't finish. Shot clock turned off, and it looks like we might just dribble this one on out. A commanding victory on the back of a balanced offensive attack for the AB squad, where every player scores, and they force 20-plus turnovers on the AA squad. 101-73 your final here on yourliveevent.com in blowout fashion. A 31-point swing in the second half after being down 3 points going into the locker room. The AB All-Star roster comes out on fire and blows out AA in half number 2. We'll step aside, come back, and we'll hear from some of our players of the game. Chase Miller will catch up with someone from the winning side here on the AB roster, and then we'll get to our players of the game, play of the game, and much more coming up around the break on yourliveevent.com.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back here on yourliveevent.com. It's going to be time for our Hillsborough EDC player interview of the game. Chase Miller is down with a player from the winning side.
Thank you very much, Josh. We figured we got to get 3 players because they had 16 three-pointers here for the AB Girls All-Stars in a very emphatic win, 101-73 here. It started on an 11-0 run to begin the second half. Joining us closely from Botno again is Kira Beckman, able to finish with 18 points in this one. Kira, for you, just what was it like in this second half after I think both teams a little bit found their rhythm after the first half? What did you like just from your team to put up a 65-point second half?
I just say that was all defense. Our defense died in the end of the first half, and we really just had to pick up our press and just pick up getting rebounds, and that's what led to our points, honestly. Yeah,
able to force 30-plus points, turnovers in that one. But what was it about the three-point shooting? 16 threes from everybody. What was it like to get some three-pointers down in this one?
Yeah, it felt awesome. We were just finding our girls, driving and kicking, and also just taking our shots. Like, we like to shoot, we're going to shoot it.
Michelle Miller from Kemmer Bobo's with us. How fun was just this particular couple of practices, and also just seeing what you're able to put on the floor for game 1 of this Lions All-Star Series?
This was super fun. I'm just so grateful to play with all of these great girls. The intensity has been so high, and it's just been a blast. I've enjoyed every second of it.
What was the one thing with the three-pointers, with the turnovers, what was one thing that really clicked, no matter who was on the floor for this club for 40 minutes of basketball, do you think?
I think that one thing that really clicked was our speed and our talking. We talk a lot. We're pretty loud on the court and on the bench. We have a very vocal group, and we like to communicate, and I think that our speed matched with our talking really clicked together.
Speaking of speed, Sophia Headley joined us here, able to finish with a team-high 23 points in this one, able to get 4 three-pointers as well. Sophia, what was just about these couple of practices that you're really getting to enjoy some of these different players that you had to guard or go up against? What was the one thing you really liked about practices so far this week, and obviously winning game number 1?
It was a lot of fun. I've known these girls for a while, so just getting to play with them and using all of our strengths together really we were very unselfish tonight on the court together, and that was the best part. And the practices, we really proved that together too.
What's it going to take for game 2 tomorrow night, do you think? Obviously, Felkley was a load on the inside trying to get in front of her, but what's it going to take to try to sweep this series?
I would definitely say defense. That was our key tonight, and if we don't bring that tomorrow, then, they're going to take it away. But with defense, I know we can take it again, and then getting our offense and defensive rebounds will really help us again.
Final question for me, packed house, standing room only. How fun is it to play in front of a couple of thousand people here at Bismarck Legacy?
It's amazing. Just looking in the crowd, and we have so much support here from all over, so it's really fun.
Same thing, question.
Awesome. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm so grateful. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I'm just seeing so many familiar faces, so many cheering, so much awesome words. It's just an awesome atmosphere here.
Again, join us, Akira Beckman, Michelle Miller, and Sophia Headley with us here in this one. Girls, congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Back to you, Josh.
Thank you, Chase Miller. Those are your Hillsboro EDC interviews. Hillsboro has great jobs, schools, business, and recreation. Raise your family in a nice neighborhood. There is lots available to build your dream house with a great location on I-29. There's more at 104. It's time to take a look at our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game right here. That'll be, you just heard from her, that'll be Sophia Headley from Bowman County, putting up 23 points and 4 made three-point shots. Headley leads in scoring for this game for the AB All-Stars with 23 points on 4 3-point makes. Life takes energy. Enbridge Energy for life. It's at enbridge.com for career opportunities. And it's time now for a Hallstatt Telephone Company connection of the match. That'll be Kira Beckman. You just heard from her as well on her string of threes. Beckman had at one point 3 straight threes that she was able to can in the second half consecutively. Kira Beckman from Bottineau is your Hallstatt Telephone Company connection of the match with her 3 straight threes in this one. And then last but not least, of course, our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game. That would be Brooklyn Felkley with all the and one opportunities. She had 3 of them in the first half alone. Brooklyn Felkley with a first half double-double in this one propelled the offense for this AA squad, but ultimately it comes up a little bit short here on the first game here from Bismarck Legacy. 101-73 is your final here on yourliveevent.com. Coming up, we will have the coverage of the boys game as they are warming up and throwing down some vicious lob dunks here in warm-up. So there will be a separate link coming up for that game shortly here on yourliveevent.com. Boys basketball on the 49th Annual Lions All-Star Series coming up around the break.